Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. I am so excited that you are here for this series. This is the Business Series, because I couldn't think of a better name. But basically, what I will be doing in these podcast episodes is talking to you out there, the hustler, the one who wants to create a business, the one who already has a business. Maybe the business that you currently have needs a bit of love. Maybe you need a bit of loving bitch slaps in your biz. Or maybe you're about to launch into your own business and it's something you're interested in. Whatever it is for you, whether you are a blogger, an influencer, a YouTuber, you have a physical mortar and brick business, you're a coach, service provider, Reiki healer, salsa dancer, whatever it is, I got you, girl. I'm going to be sharing in this series all of the lessons that I learned along the way in my business. I'm going to share how I built what I built. I'm going to talk to you all about business and everything that I can think about that has been asked to me about my business, about my Instagram, about our finances. Behind the scenes, you're going to get a pass to know every single thing you want to know. You have more questions that I haven't covered maybe? Send them over to support@thequeenofconfidence.com or hit me up on Instagram at The Queen of Confidence. I cannot wait to dig into today's business episode with you, girlfriend. Get ready. Okay, so today's episode is a special one. I wanted to get deep into how I created what I created. Currently, it's been about 19 months that we've been in business for the Queen of Confidence, life coaching, confidence master classes, my podcast, my Instagram, all the work that I've been doing in the Queen of Confidence. It's only been 19 months, you guys, and we started off with nothing. In this episode, I really share how we began and where we were in the tough time. I mean, we couldn't fucking buy bread. It was crazy. We had a second child, all this amount of money to pay, no money to pay shit. I want to tell you about the story because I think a lot of you think, wow, Erica's built such an incredible global business and she's traveling around the world and it's so glamorous, and it is not. So I hope that this episode inspires you and allows you to see some behind the scenes of what's really going on in my world. I'm going to keep sharing. There are more of these episodes to come. But for now, enjoy this little behind the scenes snippet of my life and my business. I love you guys. Hello. I fucking love you, and I'm so happy you're here. Listen to me. It is like the 20-something of January 2020, and I am loving my life. I'm loving this year. It's fucking huge. All the things to tell you, my love. I hope, first of all, that we're friends on Instagram and you're following on Instagram and you're watching all the stories and all the crazy shit that's going down in the world for me, because I share everything there. I share everything. I'm about to go get a scan for my boobs. Not that I think anything's wrong, but I felt a little weird coin lump kind of thing that's now changed. And I don't know if it was a milk duct because I was breastfeeding for so long and I recently stopped. I don't know what it is, but I'm checking it out. And I've been sharing about it because it's important that we share everything. And this episode, I want to talk to you about the real fucking deal and what's really going on versus what we think is real. We believe everything we see. And it's like you see people on Instagram or you see people on Facebook or you see people on TV. What? Watching movies. You see people on the street and you think that you make up your own reality about that person or the situation or that woman or that man or that person, right? Or their life. And so I wanted to break that shit down for you and tell you some real deal, holy feel up in here, because I've had the most amazing last year for me was, I feel like that was really my first year in business because my business is only about 17 or 18 months old. This new business, the Queen of Confidence Coaching, me being a confidence coach and helping women. Prior to that, I worked as a stylist part-time on the weekends as a side hustle for 5 years. Like, that's a long fucking side hustle. So I was working for a hair company for a long time, since I was in Australia the whole time. And then on the side, I would do my weekend workshops as a stylist, helping women with confidence to dress and how they look, physical look. But really, it was confidence. It was just about their clothing. And I would insert bits of my coaching because I was learning at that moment. I was being coached by many different mentors. I was investing in myself. And I finally had said to my husband, after my son Nava was born, he was born October 2017. So in January 2018, I decided I'm not going back to work. I just had a second baby. We just moved into this big ass house that we had to pay a high rent. We bought a fucking Tiguan, which is a Volkswagen car, because we had 2 kids now, and I wasn't going back to work. And my husband looked at me like, are you crazy? Like, we're broke. We could not buy bread. Like, in Australia, there's this place, Baker's Delight, and the bread was like $4.50. Now it's $5. And we struggled. When I tell you that, like, looking for coins, and like this moment in our life was the worst financial place we'd ever been. My husband's gym, he owns a gym, we own a gym. It wasn't doing that well. It was right after Christmas. They closed the gym down. People are on vacation, on holidays. So we were fucking struggling. And I went in the shower. I had a lot of anxiety with my second son. That's another podcast, but I had a lot of anxiety. So I was not calm and okay. I was practicing the work that I tell all of you to do from my How to Manage Your Mind podcast. And if you're in the sisterhood, y'all know what I tell you to do, how to manage your thoughts. I was practicing that because I was learning that. So I wasn't masterful at that. That's the shit that got me out of, postnatal anxiety, which was full on. I've never had anxiety in my life. So I'm in the midst of this shit, breastfeeding, anxious, no money, can't fucking buy bread. Christmas was shit. We didn't buy anything for anyone. We struggled so bad. And we were in high stress survival mode. And so I said to my husband, I'm not going to go back to work. I got some intuition in the shower. I just heard a voice be like, what does the Queen of Confidence do? She does confidence. She doesn't talk about fabric or the fact that you're a fucking hourglass or a banana or a pear or a fucking peach. All the fruits in the bowl of the body shapes. She talks about confidence. That's what you want to talk about. Talk about that. And I came downstairs. I was wet, soaking wet in my towel. Hamish is holding the baby, trying to get him to sleep. And I'm like, honey, I can't do styling anymore. I had a workshop planned because I was doing workshops every second month. For 5 years, you guys. My shit was selling out. Styling Confidently was rocking it in Melbourne. I was doing amazing. It was selling out. Working with retailers. And I came down and said, I'm done. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do another fucking workshop about clothing and talking about cotton and linen and horizontal stripes. I'm not doing it. Because part of me really didn't want to talk about that shit. I just wanted to talk about the confidence side. But I didn't feel like I could. Does that make sense? I had fear. I was like, people don't want to come to a confidence workshop. I got to talk about this because this is what people want. All this bullshit beliefs were in my head and I was believing that, but it was not true. It was shit I was making up, my stories. So what stories are you making up, right? Check that shit, because that was running my life for 5 fucking years, y'all. I could have been coaching 5 years ago, but clearly I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to do it like this. So here I am telling my husband, he's really like brown and he fucking turns white. And he's like, we have no fucking money. We just had a baby. We just moved out. We just bought a car that we cannot afford. And you're telling me that you're not going to go back to work at your contract job where you make $90K a year. Are you kidding me? And I said to him, I have to. I have got to follow my heart right now. If I don't do this, I'm going to die. Like, I really need to follow this. We had a serious discussion. I told him I was going to work my face off. And I did, by the way. And yeah, I had sold some tickets to the February masterclass. And I went on social media. That was the first time I got the rawest, realest I've ever gotten on my Facebook page. Because back then I wasn't really heavy on Instagram like I am now. Fucking Instagram's my life. Hashtag Instagram for life. And I got on my Facebook page and I was like, hey guys, listen. I remember I was in my fucking pajamas because I had just got out the shower and I was breastfeeding a baby. He was newborn, and I put on a hat. I put on a choker because they were cool. And I put on some pink lipstick, did my hair. I actually have a photo of this. Half of me is in pajamas. The other half is all cute and glam, because I thought I needed to do that back then. And I got on and I was like, listen, I'm canceling my styling confidently. I'm not doing styling anymore. I'm just going to do confidence. I'm the queen of confidence. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to do. If you're up for that, that's what I'm here for. If you're not, please unfollow and do what you got to do. And then I proceeded to ring every single person who bought a ticket to the February masterclass to refund them and say, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm doing something else. Here's your money back. And every single woman that I called said to me, oh, confidence? Yeah, well, I can't really dress nicely if I don't have confidence. Sign me up for that. Don't refund me the ticket. I want to come to a confidence workshop, confidence masterclass. And I literally hung up the phone and I cried. And I was like, holy shit. Like, that for me was the first sign of the universe saying to me, yes, Erica, you're on track. This is what you want to do. And then I called my coach, my best friend, homegirl, sister from another mister, Tange. And I said, listen, we have no fucking money. I want to do this coaching thing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to do these master classes. I have done enough work. Literally, I worked on myself for 8 years, you guys. 8 years, $80,000 later, coaches, mentors, programs, retreats. I did it. I was doing the fucking work. And now I wanted to help women. And I needed to get her approval because she was my coach. And for me, it was important that I was responsible with how I did it. More on that in another podcast. So I did that. I spoke to her. She said, you need to get a job. Because fine and dandy that you're going to start coaching and doing workshops, but you have 2 kids now. You have rent to pay because we weren't living in our house, so it wasn't our mortgage. We had rent to pay plus half of Hamish's mortgage of another house we owned and like our car. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. I'm like, okay, you're right. I need to do this. So I called my employer, the one who I was working for, and took time off to have the baby. And I created a role for myself that I could do from home. I called them. I went in and saw them. I said, listen, you need this. I know you need this. I added value to the company I was working for and created a job that didn't exist at that time that I knew they needed. And I knew because I listened and I paid attention and I added value. And because I added value, they gave me that role. So I was making like $36 an hour, calling people from home, selling shampoo and conditioner, breastfeeding my fucking kid, watching my toddler because we had no money for childcare. Forget about that. And my kids weren't vaccinated fully because we decided we were going to wait. Anyway, more on that later, another podcast. And now they are, and they're in childcare. And so, you know, we were really doing it. I was listening to Gary Vee, crushing it. That book changed my life. I watched every single YouTube video that man made in 2018 because I was home all day breastfeeding a baby. He was a newborn. I couldn't go out and start working because he was young. And so I planned my masterclass. I did my first February masterclass. It was incredible. That was my first Creating Confidence masterclass. From then I started sharing every day. I did a YouTube vlog video just with my phone, just about my daily life. And it was called The Confident Mama. And I shared about my home birth. I shared about, you know, raising my toddler and having a baby and having anxiety and not knowing what the fuck to do and building my business. And literally, if you're out there and you want to know how the fuck I built the Queen of Confidence in 19 months and made over 6 figures, high 6 figures in my business, like, let me tell you what. And high, I mean over 100,000. To me, like, that was high because we had $0 and literally made like $300,000 within like the 19 months. So to me, that was huge. Remember that I'm a ghetto bitch from Boston, Puerto Rican. I barely graduated high school, did not go to college, had no dad, had a bipolar mom, in and out of foster care, you know, sexual abuse, trauma. My husband died, broke my back, all this shit. No money, no good money beliefs, didn't know shit about money. And I had invested all this money on credit cards to work on myself and heal my shit. And now here we are, fast forward, our business is global. We have over 200 women in 11 or 12 countries in the sisterhood. I have like 21,000 followers on Instagram, like 4,500 on Facebook. My podcast has been downloaded more than 400,000 times. You know, it's in 116 countries. Like, I cannot believe my life. I cannot believe my life. We still have the fucking white Tiguan, by the way, you know, and I don't have a lot of clothing. I don't have a lot of shit. I don't give a fuck about Gucci and Prada. I don't care about, you know, labels and fashion. And I love looking good because it makes me feel good. But for me, My shit was, I wanted to impact the world so much. I wanted to do something with my story, with my trauma, with my pain. I wanted to do it responsibly. And I knew that the best way for me to do anything was for me to keep it real with y'all and expose myself, get fucking naked metaphorically on the internet. Not for real, right? Because I'll get blocked. But like, tell you all my shit. Keep it fucking real. Cry when I want to cry and not be embarrassed about it. Tell you when shit's fucked up. You know, and I think it's, you know, I get so many messages. Like, how do you have all the energy? How do you do what you do? How did you guys grow so fast? I didn't buy fucking numbers. I don't care about the money. As in, of course, I want to be profitable so I can sustain my business, but I'm not focused on making dollars. I'm focused on adding a fuckload of value. Money is an energy exchange. If I give you value, you give the money. That's what I do. I just got my nails done. I paid the lady a lot because she did a fucking amazing job, and I value that. We decided that money is the currency as how we're going to exchange value. It is an energy exchange. We call it money, but that's really what it is. And so, I mean, so much to tell you. And obviously, like, we're going to do a whole business series of this podcast because so many of you that listen have a business or want to have a business or want to work for yourselves or want to get a pay rise, you know, and want to do some impactful work. And so I want to do this business series for you, but I wanted you to understand where I come from. You know, I wanted you to understand what we built. It was self-belief. It was failing a fuckload of times. Only I don't call it failing. I call it learning, because even if I fuck it up, I get back up and I learned that wasn't the way. And there's a better way. How do we know that there's a better way? By doing the bad way, or the air quotes wrong way. Sometimes you got to go the wrong way. I went the wrong way for 5 years. I needed to do that in order to, look what I learned in my styling workshops. How to run a workshop. How to be in front of multiple people that I don't know. How to speak. I'm a fucking speaker. I'm a communicator. I'm going to do my TED Talk and not be shitting myself. You know, maybe a little bit, but I won't be shitting myself a lot because I've been speaking. I've been speaking always. I got in front of people and I spoke. I learned how to do slides. I learned about activities that I could create so that my workshop is not me talking at you for 4 hours. I'm talking at you. I'm showing you video. I'm engaging your senses. I'm making you do exercises. You're writing, you're speaking, you're sharing, you're up, you're down, you're crying, you're laughing. Like, I create an experience for all the learners and all the women that join me in these master classes. By the way, I'm coming to LA, so please get your tickets if you are in the West Coast of America. In February, I'm coming to LA, and I'm going to travel all around doing this. And only because we did what we needed to do that first year in our business, we worked our faces off. We didn't buy shit. We didn't spend any money. We didn't hang out with our friends. We didn't go out. We didn't have a social life. Some of y'all, man, you'd be like, oh, I'm tired. I've been working so hard. I'm like, do you understand what we get done in 2 hours? I will do like 14 things, massive things in 2 hours. I don't fuck around with my time. I mean, I drive to where I got to go and podcast with you so that I could get my podcast out and also go to where I need to go and do what I need to do, because it's not easy. It's very hard. And it's not that you can't do it. It's that, will you do what it takes to do it? Will you do what it takes to achieve the big dreams? And Brooke Castillo, y'all know I love her from the Life Coach School podcast. She says, like, you know, in order to get big results, you got to make big moves. You got to take big risks. You got to make big decisions. You can't make little decisions and get big results. It doesn't work like that. And a lot of the time, you fuck it up. A lot of the time, it's air quotes wrong. I'm good with that. I'm good with this shit being wrong, because then I learn next time. The problem is, maybe it's wrong and then you don't show up again. You fucked it up and then you don't show up. And then you can fail because you didn't keep going. I'm like, fall and get your ass up. Clean your fucking knees and keep it moving, shorty. Like, keep it moving. The more you stop and you don't keep moving, the more gap. That gap is where you start questioning yourself, second guessing yourself. You start listening to your fucking auntie that does not have a business or does not have a purpose like you. You start taking advice. You start looking over the fence, comparing yourself to people. Like, all that shit is a waste of time. It's just fucking you deeper into the ground. You're getting a hole deeper into the ground. You need to keep moving. You fuck it up, get back up. Fuck it up, get back up. Fuck it up, get back up. That is what I say. I'm getting t-shirts. Like, literally, you got to do that. That's the only way you win. You get better. The more you show up, the better you get. I'm not good because I got lucky. You know, I'm not good because I'm witty. You know, I like to be a comedian. I like to make jokes and shit, but I'm only good because I continuously do it. I continuously show up. I'm in the practice of confidence. Episode 1, podcast episode 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am in it. And I'm publicly in it. I'm showing you. Trust me, if you want to make a change in the world, you want to empower women, you want to help people, you want to empower your children, you need to get naked, like metaphorically. You need to let people see you fully. You need to keep it raw and real. You need to let people in. You need to talk to the eyeballs that follow you. I don't care if it's 2 followers or 2,000 or 200,000. If you're not talking to those people that are watching you, if you're not in there exposing yourself and sharing your shit, trust me, nobody's going to trust you. Nobody's going to believe you. No one's going to buy shit from you. You're not going to be able to make an impact because people are buying you. And if you're showing them half or the pretty shit or the fake ass perfection and everything's so perfect and amazing, trust me, you ain't doing shit with that. I'm telling you right the fuck now. The way to impact, and I did a podcast on this called Grow Your Following, Share Real Shit. Something like that. And it's all about this. And so for us now, I mean, we did a retreat. I never knew how to do a retreat. I hadn't even been to that part of Bali before. I did a retreat. I Googled, I watched videos about where to go, what to do. I found a venue while breastfeeding a kid in the middle of the night, searching and Googling with my fingers. Get resourceful. You need to get resourceful. You hit a wall, what happens? Oh, I don't know what else to do. Fucking break that wall down. Go another way. Find another way, find another way, another way, another way, another way, until you find your fucking way. You cannot give up. It doesn't work like that shit. You will not get any traction by giving up. And that's not how I got here. I'm still working my face off. Still working my face off, y'all. And so I want to tell you that what you don't get to see is the hustle and the grind and the no sleep and the kids sleeping in our bed and the fucking, my arms are killing me and going on an airplane. We went to New Zealand, took our kids to New Zealand to do a global tour. And everybody's like, oh my God, global tour. You're killing it. Yeah, we sold out our event in New Zealand, but we took our kids with us to New Zealand, which is only a 3-hour flight, 4-hour flight. But you know what happened? We got a delay. My son didn't sleep. He fucking cried the whole way, the 2-year-old, the whole way on the plane for 4 hours. And a lady in front of me was rolling her eyes. And I was like, yo, I am an evolved namaste motherfucker now. But if I was old me, I would have punched that bitch in the head. Sorry, but I was so angry. I was like, oh my God, really? But it was beautiful because I got to practice my work. I didn't say shit to her. Deep breaths, focus on my kid. Don't worry about it. The lady behind us gave us little chips for our kids. She was lovely. And on the way back, they didn't cry. So thankfully, we had some really good people around us. But the point of the story is people on Instagram go, oh my God, Erica's killing it. She's doing a global tour and it's sold out. Oh my God. And me and Hamish, meanwhile, are fucked. We're exhausted. We took our kids overseas with us to do an event. It wasn't a holiday. We did do holiday kind of things, but we were wrecked. We're exhausted. Y'all know if you got kids and you take them on a vacation, you're just taking your kids to another country. It's worse. It's not even, you don't have any support when you're somewhere else. So it was really difficult. But maybe what you see is how amazing is Erica? Wow, she's killing it. I'm like, no, that's not it. So I shared a lot about this on my Instagram about how fucking hard it was, you know? And then we did it. I was like, we did it. And now we're going to LA in February. And we will not be bringing our kids. I'm not going to bring them to any more tours. I can't. So we're going to go in and out, do what we got to do and come home. And I will miss them. But this year for me, this is technically my second year for me in business. This year is about investing in the business. It's about putting money towards expanding. That is my word for 2020, by the way. I hope you got a word for 2020. It's very powerful. Expanding. So expansion means I back myself. We're getting bigger venues. We're going overseas. You know, we're trying to get this message to more people. I'm investing more money in my podcast production. I'm trying to get on other podcasts. I'm trying to get people that I really want to have on this podcast to be on this podcast. You know, this is my microphone to the world. This is how we can impact. And so I wanted to give you a little preview, a little behind the scenes of what we did and what we built, because it's not an overnight thing. It was not easy. It's still not easy. It's better and easier now. But I mean, I mean, literally, I built my business on Instagram. From not being on Instagram ever to getting on Instagram. I couldn't keep up the YouTube daily videos because we just got too busy. And I haven't went back on to do YouTube now, because when I do get on YouTube, it needs to be consistent. Don't be doing YouTube and not being consistent, because that sucks, right? So I got my podcast, I got my Instagram, I'm on Facebook limited amounts. But when we hit up our YouTube, that's going to be another outlet. And so it's like, how can I give you the most? How can I create content that my audience wants to hear? Because this is all I want to do. This is all I want to do is this work. And so just know when you see people on social media and you think they're air quotes killing it, you have no idea what they're going through. You have no idea what they lived, what they did in order to get there. If they're parents, you don't know the support they have. You don't know how their relationships are. You don't know how much money they're making. People be lying. People be looking all cute with their Gucci and they can't pay their fucking rent. You know what I'm saying? Like their nice cars. You don't know. And so if you're in business or you want to be in business, the best thing for you to do is start sharing your story, sharing who you are, what you believe in. What are you about? What are you not about? What's controversial about you? Why the fuck should people care? Why do you care? What drives you? What wakes you up at night? What pisses you off? What calms you down? What kind of fucking ice cream are you? Like, tell people this shit about you and build that community, because without community, you're just selling shit at people. And people do not want to be sold to. People want you to give them results ahead of time. People want you to give them the answer. People want you to tell them the way to go. They want to look back and see how much evidence is there of you on the internet. You can go back and find everything about me. You can go back and find when I was starting. You can go back and find when I had my first client. You can go back and find when we did our retreat. You can go back all the way to when I was a model, half naked on South Beach. Like, you can go back to all of that. Because I have it, thankfully. I have it all. And if I go tomorrow, my kids will know who their mother was. They will listen to my podcast. They will see who I was. They will know what I believed in. I've already left the impact on the world I want to leave. I just want to keep going. I want to reach more women. But really, I've done what it is I want to do. I'm doing it now. And so I want you to know that it's not always what you think it is. Don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything that you think, because you have no idea what it actually takes. And I hope that this inspires you to know that you too can have something like this or greater. You can have whatever the fuck you want to have. It's just, are you willing to match your dreams with your work ethic? Are you willing to work as hard as you wish your dreams would be? If I want a fucking mansion and 10 Bentleys, I better be working my face off. If I want to change the world, I better be all about that. I can't be like, I don't want to get on Instagram today because I'm tired. I've fallen off. I got to get back on. I got to get back on. No, I want to. I want to be there. I want to be here. I can't wait to do a podcast episode. I can't wait to talk to you on Instagram and Facebook. I can't wait to meet you and squeeze you and cry with you. I cannot wait to look into your eyes and say, thank you so much for believing in me and for listening to me and for sharing this work. I can't wait for that. That shit keeps me going. You know how I have so much energy besides being fucking weird and crazy like Tony Robbins and having all that energy? I give a fuck about you. I love this work. This lights me up. This is what drives me. This is what keeps my blood flowing and keeps me happy. Oh, it makes me want to cry. I love this so much. And so I hope that this podcast episode gives you a little insight into the business side of things. I'm going to be giving you a lot more. I'm going to tell you the shit that I do. I'm not holding anything. I want you to win. If you want to do business, if you want to do what I'm doing, if you want to help someone, I want to help you help someone. I'm happy for that. That makes me so happy. But don't fuck yourself over and tell yourself you want it and do no work. And give yourself bullshit excuses that when you're all by yourself, you're like, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. No, honey, it's you. Pull your finger out of your ass and get to work. Because the only way that you're going to make a massive impact is by taking massive action, is by making massive decisions, is by taking the fucking risk, is by falling on your fucking face publicly, looking stupid, fucking it up, getting it wrong. The same way with confidence. You do not get confidence by staying safe in your comfort zone. You do not get resilient by never going through hard shit. All of the things that you want require you to go through the uncomfortable. And so, I love you and I thank you for being here. I will keep you posted on everything. If you love this podcast, pretty please do me a favor and go to Apple iTunes and leave me a review so that more people can find it. I love you. I appreciate you. If you don't have Apple phone, you can go on the desktop. You can go on a computer and type in iTunes and type in the Confidence Chronicles podcast and click review, and you can review the podcast that way. So a lot of you listen on Spotify and you're like, I'd love to review you. How do I do it? That's how you do it. I can't thank you enough. I love you. I know that you're like, you don't know me. I know you, because if you're listening to me, we are the same. You are me, I am you. Sister, thank you. Or brother, whoever's listening. Sometimes we got men listening. I hope this inspires you to take some action and move. I love you so much. Have a beautiful week. my love. I want to meet in real life. So if you are in the Los Angeles area, if you're on the West Coast, I'm coming to LA on the 23rd of February, 2020. It is a Sunday. We are going to create confidence. It's the second stop on the Creating Confidence Global Tour. Your girl's going global, y'all, with a sold out event in Auckland, New Zealand. Oh my goodness, that place was magic. And continuous sold out events here in Melbourne, Australia. I am so pumped to be going back to my motherland of the US&A. And I used to live in Los Angeles, believe it or not. So I can't wait to meet y'all. There are early bird tickets available for a limited time. A limited time. So if you want to get in there, you want to meet me, you want to create some confidence, it's going to be a 5-hour workshop with a special guest. It's going to be so much fun. Hamish is coming. We're going to do a beautiful meditation at the end. I'm going to teach you everything I know about creating your own kind of confidence, cultivating what you want to be confidence. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. It's all about FWOT, which stands for how to fuck what others think, or how to forget what others think if you don't like swearing, how to stop comparing yourself to other people so much, how to stand in your voice and reclaim your confidence. Please don't miss it. Tickets are on sale now. Head to thequeenofconfidence.com under the events tab, or you can head to my Instagram. Everything is in my bio in the link. I can't wait to meet you in LA. And don't worry if you're not in Los Angeles. We are coming to the East Coast. We are coming to the UK. We are doing the damn thing, y'all. If you cannot come to any of these, our last option is a retreat in Bali, which is going down in June. To hear more about that, head to the website, check out the retreat. But if you can make it to LA, please do. I would love to meet you and squeeze you in real life. See you there. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes, subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it. And if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.